Alrighty, let's do a recap of January 22nd. Um, yeah, the Ivy Wall contained the move for the day. We closed this wave one daily open state on NQ, and essentially that caught high of day. We dropped from there, and in Pro Live, we caught longs off the top of the yellow box, and different people TP to different places back up to near high of day. We have completed the weekly PML reversion on NQ for the week, hanging around the weekly floor. It's very, very common when we hang out on one side if we do not keep going away from it. And I do think we're gonna tomorrow come back down to the weekly floor. That 612 is very, very magnetic. The floor for the day is almost on top of the weekly floor with two splice daily open states just resting right above with the weekly median range right there. Super, super perfect. I would just look for some shorts near here. Now, this might sweep the highs and come back a little higher, but just so you know, here, another test of the weekly PML would be a test of the Ivy Peak top zone. 82% chance higher day is at or above here. So I can see this sweep above and then have a really nice 400 point move down into the weekly floor. Basically the same idea for ES. We came up to our hourly resistance zone that you had there all day long, and it just rejected off of that. It was a very, very nice move. The same idea, essentially. Creep back above. Now, again, oftentimes we do get that divergence between ES and NQ. Like, for example, here we have like a head and shoulders type of deal, but here we have higher highs. So just be aware of that if you're looking at the both of them. So this might not sweep this high, just kind of rest near here, maybe get a head and shoulders here, and then come back down. But you get a nice 70 point move down to the weekly floor. There's a Thursday, Friday open state right at 68.92, right next to essentially the weekly floor. Get trapped in the Ivy Wall and possibly continue, but that 70 point move is be really nice. It's going to be great. I mean, it's going to happen very, very likely. So that's my bias for the indices. I'm going to throw in gold. It seems like gold can't keep going, but it will. Very, very likely. I'm very bullish on gold for tomorrow. Anticipating longs between 49.10 and 48.90. Yes, that's a 20 point range, but obviously the super ideal pullback is at 48.90. A lot of fib traders like to see this at 48.90 and 92.87 area. But the median range is at 94. So I'll keep that on watch. This Drummond level might carry over, find out in about 20 minutes. But there's a lot going on. The early catch would be 49.04 to 49.08. Ivy Peak bottom zone. Thursday, Friday alone min. Spice wave 1015 open state, and the bottom of the hourly support with the GLD wave 7 hourly vector. My anticipation is that we go to 5,007 tomorrow. Close the end of the week hitting 5,000, major psychological, could continue running, considering its all-time highs to 50.33 as a max outlier per the volatility graph. So looking for longs. You could honestly just size so small and just hold through any drawdown and still make like $800 on one micro. Throwing in RTY because somebody asked nicely. We have a wave one daily open state at the top of the Ivy Wall and a wave one daily open state below the bottom Ivy Wall. So you get some nice range to play with for tomorrow. Obviously, small caps don't have to move exactly like the indices move, but we're not far away from the ceiling while we have a large way to the floor. Be on watch for hourly candles to get stuck in this red zone. Now the median range is just below the Ivy Wall, which is a retest of the high. So if I get some time, I'll add some more levels to make this more interesting like we do with the other charts. That's if you already have a good entry model, then you got some nice targets with the median ranges at least, with runners to the open states on each end. I haven't traded RTY, but somebody asked nicely, so I made a chart. So enjoy. Manage your risk well. Be disciplined. Don't FOMO. and just don't oversize so you can stay alive. All right. Take care. Happy Free Friday.